On October 1st, 1990, the United States suspends all military assistance and new economic aid to Pakistan under the Pressler Amendment, which required that the president certify annually that Pakistan does not possess a nuclear explosive device. At the time, we were still awaiting delivery of some of our F-16s.
And ultimately, we had made a payment to them, $528 million for these F-16s. And all that we got in return was, I think, wheat or fertilizers, I don't know. So this is what can happen.
Do you think some Americans, including Charlie Wilson, began to feel the importance of abandoning a myopic approach in relations to Pakistan back in the 80s?
We're a little busy right now reorganizing Eastern Europe, don't you think?
We've spent billions. Let's spend $1 million on HR 118 and rebuild the school.
Charlie, nobody gives a shit about a school in Pakistan.
Afghanistan.
And now, many argue the very money funneled for training Afghan Mujahideen created the war on terror America is fighting today.
The United States and its establishment has usually treated countries like Pakistan or Afghanistan as projects. Earlier, the project was the anti-Soviet jihad, and then it turned into the Operation Enduring Freedom to get rid of the same forces.
And when this 9/11 took over, they were controlling 95% land mass of Afghanistan. On our side also, these people continued to remain as heroes. There was even a possibility of maybe taking help from them should there be any need on our eastern borders. And these people were having recruitment and fundraising campaigns all over Pakistan at that time. Now that was the time when we also should have put this journey back into the bottle. There is a difference of about 10 years in between. There were two PPP governments and two Nawaz League governments in between. None tried to control it. So slowly and gradually this hero turned into a terrorist. And when they already had the information that Al-Qaeda, this place, while they were fighting Soviet Union, this place had become very attractive to all the jihadis all over the world. So people were coming from Sudan and from Egypt and from Arabia and anywhere, and they were fighting the Soviet Union. So after this war was over, they still continued to come. And no one tried to stop them. We also did not try to stop them or even register them. So it was a free-for-all till 9/11 happened. And by that, then so much had happened that this genie really was out of the bottle. Now it could not apply itself in Afghanistan. It could not apply itself in Kashmir. It turned inwards.
The United States, I think, was adamant in avenging 9/11, and it went to war on a wave of emotion, understandably, because something very, very tragic had happened in the United States. So that wave of emotion is understandable. But what is not understandable is that a war that lacked strategy was fought in Afghanistan, which actually led to the war being pushed into Pakistan's border regions. And it sucked Pakistan into the kind of security, vortex of insecurity that has now created an existential challenge to Pakistan's security.
From a defense pact called CETO that we got nothing out of to Operation Cyclone that somehow twisted into Operation Enduring Freedom, the bond between the United States of America and Pakistan has always been defined by fleeting military ambition. And since 9/11, this fleeting military ambition has brought over $11 billion into Pakistan in support of the global war on terror. But hasn't the war cost us so much more? Find out next week on The Disposable Ally.
Many economic sanctions which were imposed in Pakistan that prevented the inflow of capital from variety of sources, external sources, that was removed at a very faster pace. And I think that helped Pakistan in attracting foreign capital inflow. That is the only benefit perhaps I think we received from after 9/11.